Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Nice to see you. Good morning. It is our all-age service today. My name's Hannah. I'm going to be leading worship and also leading the service, which is always fun when I try and do both. It is our all-age service today, so we will be staying all together and worshiping as a whole family, which is very exciting. But we're going to start with a song. So let's begin in worship. And Rachel's got some ribbons, which you're going to want for this song because it is a fun song. And guys that went to Spree, this is one of our Spree songs. So I wanted to introduce it to you this morning. So I want to teach you this song, so we're going to start with doing the chorus through, okay? But it's quite simple. The ribbons are for anyone who wants a ribbon. I've got joy in the morning, joy in the evening. You keep me dancing in every season, whatever comes tomorrow. I've got joy, and I've got joy in the sunshine, joy in the rain, and you keep me dancing again and again. Whatever comes tomorrow, I've got joy. Let's sing that chorus again. I've got joy in the morning. I've got joy in the morning, joy in the evening. You keep me dancing in every season, whatever comes tomorrow. I've got joy, and I've got joy in the sunshine, joy in the rain. You keep me dancing again and again. Whatever comes tomorrow, I've got chorus again to finish. And I've got joy in the morning, joy in the evening. You keep me dancing in every season, whatever comes tomorrow. I've got joy. And I've got joy in the sunshine, joy in the rain. You keep me dancing again and again. Whatever comes tomorrow, I've got joy. Sing whatever. And whatever comes tomorrow, I've got joy. Feel free to take a seat. I'm going to move to that mic. It should be on. There we go. Good morning. Welcome to our all-age service for July. Temporarily forgot what month we're in for a moment then. My name's Hannah. I'm leading the service this morning and I'm leading worship. But don't worry, it's not going to be my voice just the whole way through, because Pete is going to come and share it in a bit. And we've got some different people reading the story and lots of different things going on. But this morning's theme, I don't know if we've actually told you this yet, but throughout our all-age services over the last few months, we've been following the parables, which I don't know if I ever explicitly said or whether you would have noticed, because they're a month apart, so you might not have even noticed. But today we're looking at the wise man built his house upon the rock, which, we all know that song from school. Well, I imagine we do. But yeah, we're looking at the wise and foolish builders. But I'm going to begin with prayer, and then we've got a couple of notices, and then we're going to worship again. So, yeah, God, I thank you for this morning. I thank you that we can come to you today, whatever our weeks look like, and we can worship you this morning. And I just pray that you will come and make yourself known to us this morning. We know that you're already here, but we ask for us to be aware of your presence this morning. Amen. So I'm just opening Wedding Band's envelope as I talk, pray. Firstly, I have some wedding bands. So, I publish the banns of marriage between Ryan Harry Woodlock, single of St. Mary's, Walsham? I don't know how you say that. And Eleanor Sophie Toms, single of the same parish. This is the third time of asking. If any of you know any reason in law why they may not marry each other, you are to declare it now. So I'm going to pray for this couple as they prepare for marriage. So God, I just lift this couple to you, Eleanor and Ryan, and I just pray that you will bless the preparations, you will bless the wedding, and you'll bless the marriage of this lovely couple in your name. Amen. So there's a few things happening this summer. Some people have broken up from school already. Are there any children to respond to me? Has anyone broken up from school already? A few. Some have got, how many days have you got left? 2 days. So we've got lots of exciting things happening over the summer that we want to tell you about. So this Friday, we have a summer barbecue, which you need to invite all your friends to. So I've got loads of flyers on the front of the stage. We are going to be meeting in the cellars / in the lower hall car park, praying for the sun. And we're going to meet at 5 p.m. on Friday, which is the 25th. We are going to provide bread and meat as like we're going to provide bread and meat. So bring anything else that you want as kind of like a bring and share type vibe. So salads, puddings, crisps, soft drinks, whatever you think the barbecue needs. That isn't bread or meat, basically. So yeah, bring that. And if you want to bring a camp chair or anything, then you can. We will get some chairs and tables out of the lower hall as well. But I don't know how many people we're going to get. And hopefully this is an opportunity to invite the community and those that maybe don't come on a Sunday to come and do something with us and build community. So if you have a friend or a neighbor that you've been waiting and wondering what to invite them to, this is it. We're having one at the end of the summer as well, which includes a silent disco. But I'll tell you about that nearer the end of the summer. But if you're not here for this one, don't worry, there's another opportunity. But yeah, we'd love to see you on Friday at 5. Please do, there is a sign-up link on Facebook and on Church Suite. So if you could sign up or tell me that you're coming, that would be really helpful just so that I know how much food to buy. Because I literally have no idea how many we might need to cater for. But I'm hoping it's like hundreds, 150, 200, like I'm aiming big, as we all know. That is what I do. So yeah, it would be really great if you're around and you want to come to that. Last weekend we were at Liscard Show, which we did talk about last Sunday. But in our lovely tent that we were doing, we created these lovely houses that Rachel has added to a backdrop, which you can come and have a look at afterwards. So these are little houses that have been decorated by people in our community. And our hope is that it's a way that we can be praying for our community. And we're going to have a bit more of a prayer activity that relates to that a little bit more later as well. But feel free to come and have a look at the houses later. And I think Pete's used them in his thing, so you'll be able to see them a bit bigger on the screen later. The other thing that I want to tell you about is Holiday Club, which is happening. That was not a big enough whoop for Holiday Club. Woo! Sorry, I shouldn't have whooped in the microphone there. So Holiday Club is from the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th of August. And it is, can't remember what time it is, Rachel. 10 till 1:30? 2. 10 till 2. Sorry, I should have thought about that before right now. I'll be there. Don't worry, I'll be there. So it's 10 till 2. Holiday Club is going to be really cool. So if you're a young person or a child and you want to sign up, then please do. If you would like to volunteer, then speak to Rachel or Karen or myself about that as well, because we'd love to build a team of people for the week to share Jesus with our community. And it does include food as well. So we're providing lunch, which will be a really cool opportunity. And then the final thing that I want to tell you is that so next week we have normal groups at Smart Kids groups here on Sunday. After that, we have 5 weeks of all-age services, but then they're all going to be a little bit different. So we've got a whole bunch of different people leading our services on the 3rd, the 10th, the 17th, and the 24th. So it'll be a really good opportunity for everyone to come together. If that does sound really like you're not a fan of all age, there is the 9:15 service as well all throughout the summer. But our all age service will hopefully be really exciting. But we are gonna push some boundaries and we are gonna try some new things. So if that sounds exciting, then do come along in the summer to our services. Maybe bring a friend if you think that would be their thing. Or families, invite them along. But yeah, we're giving our kids and youth volunteers a little bit of a break over the summer as we are not going to run our Smart Kids groups. And then on the 31st of August, we have a picnic and a service as a benefice in St. Martin's Schoolfield. So there'll be more information about that, but that will be a completely different service because it's going to be in St. Martin's Schoolfield. We're going to start it with a picnic, and it'll be a benefice thing for the whole benefits to come together. So that would be really exciting. As I'm shown today, I don't have the actual information about that, so I'll let Mark tell you about that very soon, I'm sure. Okay, I think we will go into a little bit more worship now. There is the opportunity, and this is not just for kids, as we know. It's everything's for all ages. There's the opportunity to have, we seem to have a collection of instruments at the front that Amira is looking after. We also have some ribbons, and then we also have some worship activities. Pete would like you to decorate some pictures that are going to aid our story in a little bit, and also to build some Lego houses that are also going to aid our story in a little bit. So if that sounds like your kind of worship, feel free to join in. As I said, it's not just for children. Anyone is welcome to join in. But we are now going to sing some worship as well. So if that's more your thing, then don't worry, we've got that too. So as always, feel free to stand or worship in whatever way makes you comfortable this morning. Is there this words for Build My Life before we get to the next one? Okay, we're going to sing Worthy. Yeah, God, I thank you for who you are. I thank you for those words. Holy, there is no one like you. There's no one as mighty as you. I'm going to do a song that Nikki did last week, which is a little bit new, but it fits the theme so well that I was like, I have to do it again. But hopefully you'll pick it up, because Nikki did introduce it last week. I might have done it in the evening service as well. Christ is my firm foundation, the rock on which I stand when everything around me is shaken. I've never been more glad that I put my faith in Jesus. He's never let me down. He's faithful through generations. So I would he fell down, he will. And I've still got joy in chaos. I've got peace that makes no sense. So I won't be going under. I'm not held by my own strength, 'cause I built my life on Jesus, and he's never let me down. He's faithful in every season. So I would he fell down, he won't, he won't, he won't fail, he won't fail. came. So the story we're about to hear is this verse. And it feels very relevant to sing that bridge again. And rain came, blew, but my house was built on you. And I'm safe with you. I'm gonna make it through. Sing that again. And rain came, wind blew, but my house was built on you. And I'm safe with you. I'm gonna make it through. Yes, I'm gonna make it through. 'Cause I'm standing strong on you. Yes, I'm gonna make it through. 'Cause my house was built on you. And Christ is my firm foundation. The rock on which I stand when everything around me is shaken. I've never been more glad that I put my faith in Jesus. 'Cause He's never let me down. He's faithful through generations. So why would He fail now? He will. Yeah, God, I thank you that you will not fail us. I thank you that you teach us to build your our foundation on you. If you would like to take a seat, do you want to do the readings first? Yeah? So Olivia and Aurora are going to come and do our readings, if they are available. Yes, they are.
Whoa, that shouldn't be there yet. Well, that was a bit of a spoiler, wasn't it? Right, our reading this morning does have as its background the 4 different sets of houses that were done at the Liscard show. So take a look at those. Different people were coming in, colouring them in, and writing the names of people they wanted to pray for as well, which was really nice. So you'll see the different ones there. And our reading is Matthew chapter 7, verses 24 to 27. There you go.
Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and put them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rocks. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the wind blew, and it beat against the house. Yet it did not fall, because it had its foundation on the rock.
But everybody who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on sand. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell with a great crash.
Thank you very much. Excellent. So, I don't know about you, but whenever I hear that song, all I hear is the wise man built his house upon the rock. And I was fascinated. I wondered if that was now in history. But Hannah learned it as well, and that must be nearly half a century after I did. So that's pretty impressive that it's still going. And there are books about it everywhere, loads and loads and loads of them telling that story. However, it wasn't a children's story. A few months ago, we did The Lost Sheep, another little story with loads and loads of books for children that was a bombshell of information for the adult audience. Jesus wasn't telling children's stories, he was talking to adults. And what was he actually talking about? I think we can safely assume he didn't have a fixation with building regulations. I don't think that's what this is about. But all I could think about was the song. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you sing it. And I have even better news, I'm not going to sing it to you. Right. But I had to make a talk, and all I could think about was the song. And it's only 4 verses long for the whole reading. And I meant to make an all-age talk out of it. Not a children's talk, an all-age talk. So I was a bit stuck. And then I saw something on the first bit. The very first bit, the very first word of that story as it's told in Matthew's Gospel is therefore. And I thought, yes, the point of this story must be the bit that came just before it. That's therefore. So I read back, and I found a lot of stuff about hypocrisy earlier in the chapter. We all know that one. For those who don't, it's not actually talking about a man walking around with a plank in his eye, but he's saying, when people go, you shouldn't be doing that, that's disgraceful, that's disgusting, and they've got all sorts of corruption in their own life, we shouldn't be like that. That's what Jesus is saying. And so I thought, okay, I could start studying this and looking at it, and I went to my go-to. I don't know where you go to if you ever really have to find out what on earth something is about, but if it's in the New Testament, my go-to is Tom Wright. That's just decided not... Oh, there we go. Tom Wright, a brilliant New Testament scholar, and he does a whole series for everyone. They're very readable. You don't have to be immensely clever. And so I got my Matthew for Everyone, Part 1, and looked this up. And, much to my surprise, doing the reading on The Wise Man Built His House Upon the Rock, I discovered something that blew me away. Because that, therefore, isn't about chapter 7. It isn't just about the hypocrisy. It is about a whole sequence of 3 chapters of teaching. Now, young ones might not know this, but they're welcome to try, but who can tell me what's going on here? Sermon on the Mount. The Sermon on the Mount we're quite familiar with. You have big series of talks and things following through week after week for everything that's in the Sermon on the Mount. But somehow it had slipped past me, I don't know about you, that the wise man built his house upon the rock bit is not only in there, it's the actual punchline. It is the very last bit of that talk. Of that whole 3 chapters of teaching, Jesus wanted to ram his point home, not with a children's book, but with a story about rock and sand. So, 3 chapters of teaching, famous event, and straight after that, it says, when Jesus had finished saying these things, the crowd were amazed at his teaching because he taught as one who had authority. The end of the Sermon on the Mount. The punchline of the Sermon on the Mount was about rocks and sand, which you will see we have in front of us. You can probably guess what might happen later, but we're not there yet. So I thought, okay, the only way we're really going to understand this rock and sand thing is if we have a look at the points from the Sermon on the Mount. And for that, I am going to use not just that cartoon, but some other hot-off-the-press cartoons and drawings, so hot off the press I haven't seen them yet. But my trusty TA, as she called herself, Rachel, has been leading the children with some excellent help over there. And we've got some wonderful drawings. Some of them, it's what? Excellent. We understand it. That's great. I'll tell you what, you pass them over to me in order, then I won't get lost. So the first of the things that Jesus said was, can we have the camera on now, Mike? He's trying. It will get there. They're dying to see this drawing. There we go. Be the salt of the earth. Don't let the world go bad. The drawing does have a meaning. It's interpretation. You should understand modern art. This is the world going bad on top of the bright world underneath. Salt was used mainly for preserving. Jesus said, you're the salt of the earth. You're the ones who stop things going bad. If you lose your saltiness, you're not doing what you're there for. Next one. Oh, that's nice to see. Be the light of the world, said Jesus. You are the light of the world. Other people need to see how to live through you. They look to you to see what we should be doing, what it means to live God's way. We are the ones who are the light of the world. And the next point. I didn't use absolutely all of the points in this. One of them I did, but I've paraphrased it a bit because this is an all-age service. You understand what I mean. See if you can spot the paraphrase when we get there. Keep God's commandments and teach them to others. That's what he said to do. God's commandments aren't a load of don't. God's commandments are, I made all this for you. Don't mess it up. This is how to live. So keep God's commandments. People thought Jesus was coming and brushing all that away. And in the Sermon on the Mount, he said, I'm not changing one word of it. Next one, please. Don't get into arguments and fights. Make peace. Well, this is a church. You never get disagreements in churches, do you? I am told you know you're a pastor if you go into an ice cream parlor and accidentally order a church split. Next one. Be loyal to those you love. Spot the paraphrase. But you know what's going on there. When you have a relationship, don't mess it up by being drawn away. Be loyal to those you love. That gives us our families, that gives us our foundation and our strength. Here's a hard one. Love your enemies. I really like that. What's he actually saying? I need to get up close there. You've been mean, but I forgive you. Oh, by bringing justice in there, you have been mean, don't forget that, but I forgive you. That's pretty mature, really. Now again, we never see people do this in church. Don't impress people by being super holy. Jesus said you get the people going around in their flowing robes, being terribly important. But he said, no, that's not you do it. Be yourself. God made you like that. God loves you like that. That's what this is about. I love that. Look at me. No. That's excellent. These are great. Be generous, of course, but don't boast about it. Oh, I bought 2 slates for the church hall roof. Look at me, stand under those 2. I bought them. No, that's not how you do it. Don't pray long, complicated prayers. Just talk to your heavenly dad. Do you know how you can spot the people who pray the longest prayers? They have the word just in it, lots. So it should be just this bit, but we just say this, and 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 we just say this. And it's a very long and complicated prayer. Just chat to your dad in heaven. He wants to hear from you. He wants you to just talk to him. How are we doing? Another tricky one, especially for church treasurer. You can't serve God and money. How often do we think, yes, I'd like to help with that, but actually earning some money is important. Actually, well, I've got bills to pay. And we have to bear in mind that God knows about that. God made all the money on the planet, and that's not the most important thing. Serve God first. He'll look after you. And the last one that we've got, thank you so much, by the way, stop worrying. I always remember going to see Adrian Plass once, and he said he'd been doing a talk, but before he went on, he was waiting in the wings, and the guy before him was saying to people, don't worry, I don't worry. Why don't I worry? Because I've got Jesus in my life, so I don't worry. Now, you mustn't worry. Have Jesus in your life and don't worry. He came off stage and said to Adrian Plass, I'm really worried. I don't think they got that. Genuinely. Just love that. Back to hypocrisy. So, those are all of our cartoons. Question, what on earth have they got? It's doing it again. Come on, you can do it. Mike's taught me it has to be switched to on. Oh, it's gone. It's going to come back in a minute. There we go. Right. It's jumped again because I pressed the button 3 times, and that's given away one of my bits, but there we go. This is what it's about. This is what we've just been saying. When Jesus said, if you hear what I say and do what I say, you're building on a rock. And if you're hearing what I say and then going and doing something else, you're building on the sand. Well, take a look at this and think when it goes bad. And sadly, it goes bad very much in the public eye these days. And we don't have to look very far back in the news to find people being disgraced in the news for some of these reasons. People who've had affairs, people who've been in public life as a wonderful person and you find they're not. There's been a darker side. People who've told stories and they turn out not to be true. So imagine if we go around while people know we're doing stuff that's not right, like the guy with the plank in his eye, and think our job as a Christian is to tell everybody else what they're doing wrong. What's that going to do for the gospel? If we see stuff that needs sorting out, we see stuff going bad, and we're not being the salt, we're not making the difference, what does that say? We've got God's love. But if we don't show it to the world around us, if we're not people who are giving out God's love, we're meant to be a conduit for it, not just a receptor. If we actually show real hatred, the people we really don't like know all about it, and so does everybody else. If we act super holy, if we try to sound holy, long, complicated prayers, but all the time we get into arguments and squabbles and fights, we ignore God's commandments, we value money much more than we value God, and we worry. All the time we worry, we never trust God. We let down the people we love, and with all of that, we boast about how good we are. That's the stuff Jesus was talking about in our little song, The Wise Man Built His House Upon the Rock. Now the plan, there we go, and I've given this away now. If we do all those things, we do what's happening to this house. Now if you were watching my earlier error, what is happening to that house? It's being undermined. How did you guess? Brilliant. So this is where we have some fun. So if the children would like to come around, and especially our 2 wonderful readers who have been trained for this, and if we could have the camera on the table here, and if we could have our Lego houses, please. We need 2 Lego houses. Have we got the ones that were built for the... Oh, that's a beaut. I know which one's going where. Right. Oh, right. Oh! Right, I'll mend that. I can do this. Building regs and everything. Let's put that one there on my rock. And I've only got room for 2. I'm ever so sorry, Gethin. We can put that somewhere else in here. I'd hate you not to have it visible. That one's going there. And we'll put this one behind them. because it does look rather grand. Now, important here, please, can we try not to, thank you, not to get water on the floor because it does get very slippery. But could you try and undermine the rock by squirting the rock away with your water? And can you undermine the sand? Okay, go. Keep going, move it around. Oh, look at that, it's certainly coming away. A bit here, then it'll start to topple. It moved, I saw it topple. Keep going. I've got more water if we need it. I was ready for this. Has it moved and wobbled? Hang on, if we let some air back in, he said, as a physics teacher. There you go, now you can get some pressure back. Okay, you better come and help this side. The rock's going nowhere. I do want to see this fall over. Ooh, something moved. No, you're squirting the plastic.
They just got water on my hand.
Did you? I'm sorry, that was me. You're almost out of water. Take the top off, I'll fill it up for you. I think we'll... If after all this it doesn't fall over, I'm going to be so disappointed.
I think I know my one.
Ah, don't get the floor wet, he said, and then he does that. There you go. Is it moving?
It's already covering your lap.
Yay! This bit along here. This bit of back there.
Who does that?
There we go. It's not going to fall right over because it's sunk down too much. Oh, that's lovely. That'll do, though. That's... It's going. It's gone. Really excellent. Magnificent. Thank you all very much. Could you all move back as we return, hopefully, to a PowerPoint? Just pop it in over there somewhere. That'll be fine. Thank you so much. Did a wonderful job. And the thing is, even Christian leaders, as we know only too well, can fall into this trap. Build on sand, forget all those other things from the wonderful Sermon on the Mount. So, we should now be back to undermined, back to those houses, our lives, our reputations, and the way other people see Christianity depend on us listening to what Jesus said in 3 whole chapters. And then, like the little children's song, our lives can be built on a rock. Amen. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, hello. Sorry, I walked where literally the wrong moment completely. We've got a prayer response that I mentioned earlier or began to hint towards. So our prayer response, I have a whole bunch of different sized houses on card. And I have got some pens. And we might have some other paper as well. But yeah, what we're going to do is basically we want to pray for those that live in our houses, those that are family, or those that you, or maybe a family that you know that don't know Jesus yet. So let me say that again because I realize just said a lot in the middle. So we're either praying for people in your family that you want to pray for, those that live in your house, or praying for a family that you know that doesn't yet know Jesus, or it doesn't have to be like a whole family. But we're thinking along, the foundations of our houses, our lives being on Jesus. And I mean, there's two sides to this piece of paper, so you can do both. You can do one on each side. So you can pray for those that live in your house and maybe a family that doesn't know Jesus or someone in your family that doesn't know Jesus. So yeah, I've got a bunch of these and I've got some pens. Or if you'd rather just you can either do this and take it away with you to put it somewhere, or if, you'd rather write it on your phone or in your Bible or something, then you can feel free to do that too. So I'm going to put these houses on that table, but not in the soggy sand. And feel free to kind of move about and do that as you wish. And if you want to touch the soggy sand, apparently that's fun. So feel free to do that too. I should have prepared some background music for this moment in time. There's also, if you want to look at the lovely artwork from Liscard Show, or pray for any of those families that we had come into our tent as well, then feel free to come and have a look at that and pray over that too. I'm going to pray to kind of close this activity. If the band want to come up, that would be great. Lord, I thank you for those that are a part of our families, a part of our households. I pray for those that we know that don't know you yet. And I pray as we lift those names up to you, I pray that you will just be with them today and speaking into their lives. Amen. So I have had a request that we actually sing the wise man built his house upon the rock. We're going to have to do it a cappella, so you're going to have to join me, all right? So, you ready? The wise man built his house upon the rock. The wise man built his house upon the rock. The wise man built his house upon the rock, and the rain came tumbling down. And the rain came down, and the floods went up. And the rain came down, and the floods came up. The rain came down, and the floods came up. And the house on the... Oh, there we go. I couldn't remember the last bit. I was like... I think... Is there more? I don't remember. Oh... There you go. I couldn't remember the second bit. Yeah, that's an insight into kind of like what it's like working in the church office, really. Random a cappella singing sessions. Yeah, we're gonna finish with a song. I'm just trying to remember if there's something else I was meant to say before we did a song. We're gonna finish with a song, and then I might remember what I was gonna say. If you would like prayer this morning about anything, then there is, I believe, a prayer team available, and they will be in that area over there. And yeah, we do have our evening service at 6 o'clock tonight as well. If you want more worship in a very different form, then feel free to come along to that one as well. We're going to end with singing Be Thou My Vision.
There
Yeah, Father, I thank you for the opportunity for us to worship together this morning, whatever that might look like. And I pray that you will bless us as we go into our weeks, whatever they might look like. Amen. God bless your weeks. I'll see you later.